on a Labor Day special. Buy one, get one. There's a sale on mattresses. There always is. Why? Because you'd be lazy as fuck on Labor Day, right? I'm not really sure. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with Moses, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist. I am your North American Sybil, your messenger of God, the first child of God. I am the Lilith reincarnated. And we're going to move on with round 2. The first one was pretty ugly. I want to point out, on God Almighty, I applied that and left that there first thing this morning, and we did a reading in my bedroom. That's been there. I was guided to put up my oils and pull it out. Actually, I was looking for my Ma Boon oil, and I remembered I don't have any. So I need to take care of that, some bullshit. But that's what I was guided to get. What's my resurrection oil? What does it sound like? How much is in there? I think in that one is 9 goddesses. At that point, I had only incarnated 9 of my past lives. I had only, not incarnated, integrated, excuse me. So in order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch what I posted on my community page. I had said we were going to do a teaching on reincarnation. Didn't think we were going to do it right this moment, but then after I posted some shit, it was all related, because I've been talking about it since yesterday. I tell everybody I am Lilith reincarnated. Yesterday we talked about the Bible, I talked about why I'm here, and how I will die and be resurrected. What's the difference between reincarnated and resurrected? Me and Mr. Plum went to war on this one. Resurrected means you come back in the same body. So I resurrected Osiris. I brought him back in his same body. A reincarnation is you in another body. Really? Yeah. You don't get to play a new role. I don't get to be a new person. I get to complete the life of Lilith, the path of Lilith, with all of my past life selves. So, in my community page, I had seen some information about Dolores Cannon. She was a hypnosis. I didn't know she was from Arkansas. That's the best thing I've heard that came out of Arkansas. She did a bunch of work. I think it was like it stopped in the early 80s. I'm not really sure her time period. But she started putting people under. She was one of the breaking pioneers in hypnosis way back when. She'd put people under, and fucking people would access their past lives. She started getting into that. She could talk to people's higher selves when they were asleep. Well, yeah, that's what we do in meditation. But I teach you how to become the higher self. Ta-da! Now, there's still fragments of me that can't fit in because I'm an entire universe and I've had too many lives. But it's easy accessible, right? So I have all of my higher selves, and as I told you, I'm stepping into a newer higher self. Who? I'm not sure yet. I'm still working on it. It comes. I don't force these because they're very painful. Very painful indeed. To put an old version, a whole lifetime, and a whole past lifetime into this lifetime, incorporate all that information. In essence, you'd like it to be like the Matrix movie where they just plug it into your head and then, they download you. But the downloading process is unreal. I speak of it all the time, which is the alchemical mutation that happens within your DNA. Or, as we just read this weekend, the cellular reorientation and the, pattern reprogramming of your mind. Ta-da! When did you become a scientist? When I started working on my thoughts. Truly? Yeah, bro. But in essence, it's like, where does all this shit come from? I mean, right now the science shit is coming from him. But ultimately, I am Lilith. I carry the apple of knowledge and wisdom. It's all accessible. Ask me a question. Ask me a question. I don't know. But the universe inside me has the answer. And they will give it to me. Really? Yeah, but be careful what you ask. And I don't be asking kind of shit like that. So that's why they call me a mystic and a medium, all that. None of that am I a tarot reader, but I pull out a lot of tarot cards because the tarot was designed so that you can have divination with yourself and the gods to know how to accelerate. This is all about a spiritual evolution, people. Welcome. Okay. Did you catch my great intro? So that's where we're at. What I posted also in there was Kevin Gates had made in an interview, he had come out and said that he was a demigod. Really, motherfucker? I told you that like a year and a half ago. And I was going to meet you at Red Rocks, and we were going to do this whole anointing, and I was going to wake you up. He said his mom slept with an angel, and they listed the Nephilim. Let's just hope your mom wasn't sleeping with the Nephilim. But in essence, does she know? Because they all have to come in some source. And when I said that, I was like, oh. Where do babies come from? How did Mary get pregnant? She was one of the first. And he's been around since the beginning. And you just reminded me that you've been clowning around in my energy. Can't stand y'all. Why don't you just step up? And that's what I sent him. I was like, I've told you what you are. Knowing what you are and knowing what you're here to do is the big gap that you're missing. What am I here to do? You know you're all powerful. You know that you've been here before. You know you have superpowers. You know that you're important. You know that you can make a difference. What are you going to do with all this information? Oh. I never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, ever, ever call upon the angel that which I'm about to call upon. Not never, ever, never, ever, 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 never. I consider him to be one of God's most powerful angels that shall be feared in all time. I want to welcome you guys to the scary show here. God made a lot of things. And as I posted last night, that's why the universe loves me. I was his first creation of himself in human form. There was Adam and Lilith, and he was pleased. But how Lilith acted was not so pleasing. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? He couldn't just... I mean, he could, but he's not that kind of God. From the moment of birth, of inception, I did not follow direction. I found my own way. And they found that I am the queen of religion in the sense of I don't do what I'm told. He didn't cast me out. I fled. He did cast me into the sea because I wouldn't come home. He'd be casting me out of like places and shit. Like, all right, it's time to go. And you see him do that in my regular app. Like, damn, that's some bullshit. You just got me kicked out. Got locked out of heaven, right, Bruno? Shut up. I'm not ready to deal with you yet. Anyways, moving on. No. And that's what I'm here to teach you guys. And that's what I posted. It's like the universe couldn't believe it. And the fact that he just kept letting me get away with shit. That's what drove the universe wild. They thought I was all powerful because he gave me the power to be free. That was the most amazing part. When I woke up and I'm sitting there, I'm fully awake. My higher self is in my body. I'm not outside of my body. I'm Lilith in the body, and I'm sitting there and I hear him call me Lilith. I'm like, oh my God, he found me. It's like, oh God, God's here. Oh God, he's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. As if he didn't know what was going on. And we had this great heart-to-heart, and I cried real hard. It's like, you didn't punish me. I mean, in essence, you could say you did with all these other shit-ass lives you gave me. That was some punishment. Cruel and unusual punishment is what you're playing on me right now. And that's why I take it so quietly. That's why I take my ass whoopings. I mean, I bitch at him, but I take them, bro. I know he did this, and I'm like, As soon as he says, how's it feel? This is your karma. Okay. Why? For us, the fallen, he just let us fall. And that's what's really cool is he's there to catch us. It's like, he didn't destroy us. Right? So in essence, like, so he made me. I'm his first creation. He made the whole universe, you know, they say in 7 days. Whatever. He made the whole universe. The whole universe is watching this new creation that God's made. He's made Earth, the final frontier. He's made Earth, and he's made his little beings, and he's going to have babies. And his first one is me. And he's not going to destroy me, so the universe has to watch out for me while he's trying to create this new world. And that's where it is I just go running around, you know, in all his creations. And then I come back to his world, and I tell them everything they're not supposed to know. Do you know? Did you know? That's like my daughter out here. If you don't stop telling me shit I don't want to know. Anyways, fucking evil seed, right? Anyways, I don't listen. And they found that appealing. And he used that to his advantage, to where I wasn't afraid, and I could stand up, and I could do all great things. I was him. He was very pleased with it, even though I was a little dark and dingy. But that's what he brought me here for. That's what he said a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was a couple months now. said, nobody can refuse the serpent's tongue. And who better to start a revolution than the goddess of war, the rebellion herself. Now, there's a story that talks about this, why we're here, right? And we're here with a purpose. I'm not alone. Thanks, Michael Jackson. Never have been. I'm just the first to fully awaken. Okay? We're going to talk about this. Ooh, I went to UDL. That was a good one. And Metatron right behind. We're going to talk about all of our archangels right now for a quick second. And sure enough, I'm going to invoke Archangel Gabriel to blow his horn. I don't mess with Gabriel. Gabriel, when I was first created, it was Gabriel that they sent to me. It was Gabriel and Michael and Raphael that they sent to me to tell me to come back home. And it was Gabriel specifically. And he said that if I didn't, then I shall be cursed. And because of the way that it was delivered, I blamed, it was Gabriel that cursed me, not God. Don't shoot the messenger. No, I can't stand Gabriel. Because that message is undeniable, and it's it's worth its weight in gold. Alright, so we're going to talk about him, but let's talk about us, why we're here. Why are we here? Let me tell you. The angel of purity and purification. Like the image in this card, Teriel embodies all colors of the rainbow perfectly blended to create white light of the divine. The purest light is your light, for we are all perfect sparks of the Creator. There is a Native American prophecy which says that when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto this earth from many colors, classes, creeds, who by their actions and deeds shall make earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow. Many high vibrational souls are incarnating at this time to assist with our ascension. The angels have shown me that certain old souls, like myself, have chosen to go through multiple evolutionary cycles in one lifetime, shifting from indigo to crystal children into rainbow and diamond souls in order to become the keepers of the new earth, rainbow diamond light frequencies. It is likely that you're currently undergoing an evolution and are now stepping into your rainbow child essence. Alright, so what is that really? Well, it also goes into, the Melchizedek, right? To truly embody one's highest truth, it takes great courage and strength. When you step into this role, you become aware that you have a responsibility, not just to yourself, but to all life, to embody the divine human form in the highest level of spiritual attainment we can reach here on earth. As a Melchizedek soul, you're tasked to heal and integrate all your lifetimes within this current lifetime to become one with your God self. That's what the Krishna consciousness says to break the rebirth cycle. Right? Why do you keep getting reborn? Why do you keep coming back to life? Because you have more life to learn. Right? So I'm going to talk about Gabriel here. He's part of the sparkling white. He's part of the white light. The casual chakra is the upper back side of your head. This is where hope, higher purpose, higher conscious, collective conscious of the planet, purity, peace, clarity, and your spiritual gifts. You'll need a selenite, a candle quartz, a petalite or calcite, or a white howlite. Essential oil is jasmine. He is the constellation of Sirius and Pegasus, and those are his sigils. Alright, Gabriel is perceived as either male or female and is shown in this card as an androgynous figure, honoring the balance of angels' masculine and feminine qualities. Known as God's messenger. Gabriel's name means God has shown himself. He helps us discover the truth and our true life path, and is particularly helpful for writers and those in the communications industries. Let's see. What I experienced was what many would call a dark night of the soul. But when I was at my lowest point, Gabriel managed to bring me a message of hope. It's just telling his whole story. Let's see. I put my music on shuffle mode that day, and as I often would do, and I asked the universe to choose the right songs I needed to hear for my walk home. How many of you get music downloads like I do? That you just hear random songs playing in your head? Do you ever pay attention? All of a sudden the song pops in your head. You're not even sure of it, but you can hear the lyrics. It's just a sentence. They're literally just sending you a sentence. Are you paying attention to it? Do you ever just notice when you turn on your car what song is playing? Dude, I love that. I do that all the time. It's fucking Pac. It's always Pac. For real? Oh my gosh. Or Michael Jackson, usually. One of those two. Swear. You want to go down to my car right now and check it out? Promise. Go check my radio stations, I promise. The frequencies are high around here. You never pay attention to shit like that. Alright. Almost as soon as I had a thought, a song came on that I had never heard before. This is where Ali came from. When the melody began, it was quite slow and melancholy, and that was Mike Stud. Never heard of that dude in my life. Melancholy. But even before I heard the words, I noticed a familiar tingling feeling and my heart began to expand. I had no idea this song even existed, let alone that I had a copy of it in my own music collection. When the words did start, my heart burst wide open and tears came out of my eyes. Yeah, that's what happened. What if I told you that I love you? Oh, God. Ali had 5 killer songs that'll destroy any person's heart. Jesus, Helly. And they played one after another on my fucking Pandora. Oh, did it kill me. Here's what he heard. I can fly, but I want his wings. I can shine even in the darkness, but I crave the light that he brings. My angel, Gabriel. The song had just happened to include a compilation album I had bought a few years ago, but had not listened to. The emergence of the song that very day had the precise moment, right when I needed a sign from the universe, was absolute proof to me that the divine messenger, Gabriel, was right there by my side, bringing me confirmation that everything's going to be okay. When I first woke up, he was there. My heart spoke to him very abruptly. It said, "Where have you been? I'm ready." And then he stood over me as I astral project. That was the first time. I didn't even know how to explain that. But I astral projected myself out, and I saw myself break in the matrix. And he was there as I stood there. He was there in Oklahoma. What happened in Oklahoma? The day that man shot that black boy. It was a black boy that went to his house. I don't remember what state it was in. Missouri? Maybe they're telling me. I don't know. So much shit happens everywhere. A boy had went up to the wrong door to pick up his young sister, and a white man freaked out on a 70-year-old white man and just shot him twice. I don't know if he killed him, but he shot him. It was that day. And Gabriel woke me up and said I had to fight for black rights that day. And I looked at Russ, and that's when I realized Russ was useless. I woke up with a call from Gabriel and looked at Russ and realized that you're never going to fight this. And then I looked around at all of them. I could never have anyone. How am I going to fight this? That was my first calling. Gabriel is intense. I was big. It was harsh. I was right in the home of racism. I was right in the spot of it. That if you would have, and that was the whole teaching, if any of my black celebrities would come to that street, same thing, bro. Knock on one of these doors, they're going to shoot you. I had to do a huge teaching on fear and all of that stuff. That's the last time I really saw Gabriel. I mean, when he comes in, like, I'll see his card and freak out. But when he's really there and he tells you, get up, we need you. You have to do something. It's big. That's why I want Gabriel. I keep believing in Gabriel to bring me my Joseph. You can't deny his calling. I have to tell him I'm ready. And you're not going to be able to deny it when he comes to you. This is his job, bro. This is what he does. He delivers the message, bro. And he stands there and makes sure that it's executed. And that's why I looked at Gabriel. You know, I was cursed. Not by Gabriel. But God's words through that angel's mouth are irrevocable. And that's why I say he is the messenger of God, bro. When he comes, you're in deep shit. Everybody listens. He's God's voice, bro. God speaks in many ways, but when he sends Gabriel, that's like, it's just like his lieutenant, bro. It's like, get Gabriel. Oh, shit. He's like the oldest name in all of time. He's always been God's close, you know what I mean? Like, get Michael. Oh, shit. Get Raphael. Oh, shit. You get those angels, dude, it's oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You hear the song? What is that song? I hear it all the time in my head. It's the beginning of a song, and then a beat drops. I think it's Mr. Meter Elliott, but all I can hear his lyrics sometimes. You can never truly lose your purpose. Although it may sometimes seem as though you've lost your way, you might just be leveling up. The universe will move you away from any situation that is holding you back, so that you can step into a much bigger role when you're ready. Gabriel and the angels will always assure that you are on the right path. This oracle deck, as I said, it's like, when would you call for Michael? I don't know. He's given me his sword, so I don't know what I need from Michael other than his love and support. That's what he gives you, the love and support to fight. And as long as you know as long as you're fighting with God's armor, then so shall it be bestowed. It's like the sword of Gryffindor. If you're true and honest, you can hold his armor, and that's what they talk about, the armor of God. So it's like, do I need to call? Is there a time where I feel like I need to call Michael to fight my battle? Michael lives within me, and I wear his armor. I don't need. I mean, no. Raphael? No, I call him all the time. I didn't call him this month, but I call him monthly to come into my body. Dude, these periods are unbelievable. Science could do something, which is just basically put something in my brain to stop the fucking pain. I've been to gynecologists and all that shit for fucking 20 years, bro. I'm serious. All I can get out of it is men love sex with me. This isn't funny. This isn't funny at all. But anyways, yeah, I call him in all the time. I invoke him into my body in the green light. Please, by the power given to you by God, heal me from the inside out. Do what I cannot do. Do what science cannot do. But Gabriel, this is the first time in this week where I had to put my, you know what I mean? I had to put all fear down and really come clean, apologize, and ask him for help. I apologize for, you know what I mean, for cursing you, for just delivering the message. And that's probably something you'll have to do with me too. And that's it, is like, you want to kill the messenger. All they did was deliver the papers, bro. It's not their fault. How many other people do they have to deliver bad news to? You know, if God calls Gabriel on you, bro, it's not his fault. He didn't ask to be the bearer of God's bad news. He thinks it's great. I have great news for you. Yeah, this is great. Okay. I feel so chosen. You have been chosen. You're my most important, that stupid meme. You're my newest, most important employee. I didn't sign up for this. I'm serious. It's deadly. Deadly. Really? Yeah, any of those that just hang out with God all day are deadly. You just hang out with this guy all day. I go up there, I don't want to hang out with any of you. Like, I don't want to be part of this. You guys just be up here fucking destroying shit. I think it's funny. You guys are all laughing and shit. This shit is not fucking funny. God be with you. God be with you. God be with you, motherfucker. I'm out of here. I'm going to go play in the dark. That's where I be. I just... Nope. Nope. And I get stuck in the light with them. I'm like, oh, man. What are you doing? Sitting with the council. Listen to them make the decisions of life. Listen to them judge us. Listen to them plan out our whole fucking planet. It's really not too fun. It's like, take your kid to work today. Why am I even sitting here? Is any of this useful to me? Can I change any of this? Do I have a debate? Nope. I just thought you might want to know. Thanks for knowing. Bye. Catch you next time. It's useless. I mean, this is what I give to you, is his knowing. What does the knowing do? It's supposed to give you peace. It doesn't. You panic. Or you don't listen. Like, I told you this weekend, I'm not going to get into this, but God's bringing his plagues again. And then here comes the hurricanes, here comes the floods, there's some tornadoes on the... what do you want me to do? You're going to be mad at me because I sat there and he told me to tell you? I didn't want to tell you. I don't really want to tell you. So now it's like, you know, I wear the burden of this damn angel. Have forgiveness and shit. Anyways, yeah, he's with you. Message. You are in total alignment with your sacred purpose. Feel hopeful. All is unfolding exactly as it should, according to the divine plan on your life. Are you laughing? It's like, he's fucking you up exactly like you were supposed to get. You were supposed to get this ass whooping. Really? How much did you get away with? How much have you gotten away with in just this life alone, you bastards? Who's doing it? It's God. This is what's weird. It's so fucked up. So you take a loving being like Jesus Christ that has all compassion and forgiveness, and you tell him, you go judge them. He's going to forgive you all. That's just such a beautiful thing. That's what's so beautiful about it. But he has to really, according to God's scales. He can't just slide you underneath the scale, bro. And he's such a great being. He's so loving that, yeah, he doesn't want anyone to hurt. None of us, like, I thought it was going to be great. I really couldn't wait to watch God burn you. Till I got out here and my ass is on fire too. And we're all on fire and I'm like, I put myself out and I'm like, damn, should I help somebody? On a good day, I'm like, damn. How long does it take for flesh to burn? This smells funny out here. Really? Yeah. It's all in all the books, but it's just real. It's really happening. You're just not paying attention, which is probably better. You don't want to see this. The more you know. What can you do with it? You kind of become a Bible thumper and like, repent! Repent! You're like, fuck, Jesus is here, bro. Fuck, 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 fuck. And then you get to me like last night. I can't save my kids, bro. Do you know how fucking evil my daughter was today about sharing a Diet Coke? She threw her Dr. Pepper. She threw the biggest fit and has been gone for hours. Am I supposed to call her in as a runaway because, you know, she got pissed off because I told her to share her soda with her brother? Do I have to share my whole fucking life with him? Fine, take it. She takes the soda, she throws her food, and she left. Damn, you need Christ in your life. What the fuck am I gonna do, bro? That's not gonna get you. If he comes, he's gonna slap you. Somebody's gonna slap you. I called the police on you once, and they told me to slap you. You're out of control. In the essence, it's like, is it my parenting? You let her get away with what? God lets you guys get away with how much? And it's karma, because I was a cunt to my mom, so now it's really playing out. Some played out bullshit. I have another daughter, Mary Jane, who's very kind and sweet and is not mouthy and none of that shit. She's very passive. She's a Scorpio. She shares the same birthday as Bobby. She probably has secrets too and some weird sex habits. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. In the essence, I can't even save them, bro. I can't save nobody, bro. I can tell you that you need to be a better person and not be such a fucking asshole, and you need to fucking change your ways. But, you know, if you want to not do it and you want to fucking pick a fucking fight and throw food across the room and shit and act like a fucking kid, well, fine. Christ be with you. God be with you. I'm so serious. I know what comes. Everybody does. For 26,000 years, they've been trying to fucking tell you. 2600? Yeah. 2,600 years, they've been trying to save you from exactly what's happening right now. It's only going to get worse. Why do you laugh about it? Because you want me to cry? Who are we crying about? This already goes back to California. I asked God, hey, does that motherfucker really fall off? He showed me. And not didn't he just show me. He sent me all these news clippings of how it was verified that the fault line is really at fault. And that they're really waiting for this one fucking earthquake to break that motherfucker off. And it's going to break off way over to fucking Oregon and shit. Dude, that motherfucker takes part of Canada down. Are you serious? He showed me. So what was I supposed to do? Yell at my kids and Allie and everybody else I love in California to get the fuck out? He didn't tell me when. He just showed me. We know what happens. It's always been said it was going to happen. And then when it happens, like, oh my God, I never thought that would happen. You're looking real stupid right now. You're looking real stupid right now. Even I asked him. I thought it was. That's why I'm like, I'm not really kind of going back to Cali. In the essence, it won't happen while I'm over there. And that's the cool thing. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to know when God's timing is. And when you realize what he's doing, it makes perfect sense. What is he? He's flooding the deserts. In the essence, they need some water over there. California is always on fire anyways. It's a bunch of prestigious assholes that live there. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's probably some good people that you guys wish would, leave. But we're talking about personalities and traits. Do they care about anybody but themselves? No, it's a dog-eat-dog world. But I can tell you that California is more loving than anything like the other coast. From coast to coast. In sea to shining sea. Anyways, what are we doing here? Part of God's plan. I don't know if you're planning to just get a big bag and leave it to your family before you leave. I promise you that that's not going to work. Really? Never worked before. Who is running around on inheritances anymore? Who's... Okay. Terrible example. Terrible. Forget it. Whatever. You inherited your children and you're giving them all your hard work and whatever so that they don't have to work hard. You're making great children out of them, let me say. Your grandchildren will be real good, non-hard-working Americans. Real golden spoon-fed motherfuckers, huh? Gluten-free, huh? All right. Moving on to it. Reincarnation. Have you been here before? Before I woke up, I was doing a Lyft ride, and there was a man from India. Oh, I ran a quick background check on Jay Shetty. So supposedly he's, because he grew up in the Krishna consciousness teachings, makes him what he is. Doesn't mean anything. Just means he reads books quite well. Does he have a testimony? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He himself lives in Los Angeles with his pretty wife and probably has a pretty life. Really? And their kids probably go to a very prestigious, proper, what is this called? Well, you know what's weird? Because in Utah, they have a huge Krishna temple. So why are they in California? As I was saying that, I was almost about to say that they're in a prep school. But shouldn't they be taught culturally? Isn't it funny how they're nothing in their own country, but then they come here and they're praised, and they abandon their cultural beliefs and traditions to become American? Just want to teach you that you're nothing in your own town. It's the other people that'll celebrate you. Something to be said. But anyways, talking about all of this, the Krishna consciousness, that's where Jay Shetty comes from and why he teaches all that. But he doesn't. He's looking for other people to share their testimonies. That's what's weird. And I know there's more to it. Again, he has a sexual deviancy that I haven't caught yet. Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know? I don't really want to know. What am I looking for, God? Oh, that book. Okay. So basically what it means, and that's it too, is like I'm more interested in going to San Francisco and going to the C.G. Jung Institute, which studies Carl Jung. Basically, he went to a school that studies all these books, right? They come from here, right? The Society for Krishna Consciousness. So all it is he's read all of these books, and now he runs around, you know what I mean, as a I want to point it out, a non-Hindu teacher. He doesn't teach Hindu. Yeah, we're digging in you. And that's why I sent him that message. I was like, do you know who Kali Ma is? Oh, you better ask about me. And then I sent that message last night, shared that Kali Ma card. So I got this book. This is one of my first ones. And this was after I already knew I was reincarnated. And this just explained the science about it. Where are we at? I don't know. My favorite story is Jade. Once a human, always a human. No, you're not. You're not. And even, what's her fucking face? Dolores teaches you. You have already been every type of human. You guys are so proud of the colored skin you wear today, but you don't realize that you've wore every skin before today. Why are you wearing black skin today? Because we needed black leaders. We didn't need white leaders. You would have put on white skin if we needed white skin. You put on what we needed. You're not that. You just put it on because what? And some of you, you chose the same damn place. When I woke up and I realized I was in Western civilization in America, I could not believe it. I am American? What? How did I end up on this side of the world? Well, again, my last incarnation in the 1700s was the Morgan. So here I am in fucking 1982, and I'm an American. What the fuck is going on? Made all sense later. Death is not a painless transition. We talked about that today. Are you afraid to die? We are not going to make it out of here alive. How long do you want to live? Can you put a number on it, please? Can you tell the universe? Like, what number sounds good to you? I want to live till I'm 87. Okay, cool. Then make your preparations. How far are you till then? What do you want to accomplish in those years? What have you come to experience? Or you just need more time to figure it out? That's dumb. That's dumb. Pick a major. I came here to be a labor worker. I mean, we all needed some slaves, I suppose, but I don't think that that's what you came here to do. No, not as all of the labor departments and all of the structures are falling apart, and there's billions of jobs being lost, and everybody just wants you to work for minimum wage so they can make maximum security. Doesn't sound right. Put you in a maximum security prison. Going back to death. How do you want to die? Like, you signed up before we got here. I promise you did. You already answered these questions, truthfully. The fact that I signed up for 99 years, that's some bullshit. The fuck? Why? Why did I sign up for another 100 years? I mean, I guess we'll do one more 100 years. Why? Because I always did a lot so years. What's 100 years compared to, you know, the millions and billions I've done? We'll do one more 100. That's all you get. No, 99. 99. I'm not doing a whole 100. How many years are you going to be here? And how would you like to die? You have to die. You can't live forever. That's not something we do around here. Your body is all blah, 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 blah. It can't hold up. It can't. You could keep replacing the parts inside of you, but that's fucked up for your soul to have to be driving around an old beat up car like that. And you see them. They're all, you know, your Grammy that never gets out of bed and shit. And you see these old people that can't get out of their chairs and shit. That's fucked up. Nobody wants to strap you into a bed or a car seat for the rest of your life. How long do you really want to live, guys? Okay, well, then you can argue that with your higher self who chose this life for you and said how long you were going to live. I'll be arguing too. Now, God did say if I got my job done early, I could leave early if I wanted to. How early? I mean, I'm still here for at least 35 years. So 35 and a half, maybe? No, just kidding. If I've had enough. But I had Azrael come and speak with me about all of this and was like, you're really going to miss it when you leave. And he started to show me, you know, the pain of detachment. Get ready for this. Get ready to say goodbye. You're like, but you have 56 more years. Watch how fast they go. Are you ever ready to say goodbye? How long do you want to live, guys? Realistically, you want to be 60? That's not too long for most of us. Do you want to be 70? Okay, but at what time? This is the more important question. When do you stop working? At what time in your life? This is a choice. You're not waiting for retirement. When are you going to enjoy your life and let God take care of you? Everybody wants to be a millionaire by like 30 or 40 and never have to work. Okay, they worked real hard so they could take care of themselves and everybody else is what they're doing. That's not what I said right now. When are you going to stop and let God take care of you? When, at what point will you stop being God and enjoy what God has given you? Right? So, like, if you want to live till 75, when do you stop working? And be careful what you say. Mr. Plum's been retired for quite some time, and he's bored out of his mind. He literally just went and signed up to do a volunteer work, which I totally inspired him all last year. And I'm glad he's doing that type shit. Inspired him to get back out there and be part of civilization. He had put in his years. They had to retire at a certain age. But that didn't mean he didn't have more life to give. But because he had only done that with all his life, he didn't know what else to do with his life. So he just sat around doing nothing. And that's pretty much what Mr. Plum does. He doesn't do shit. He'll make his trips to the store. He'll go out to the restaurants with the churches. He goes to church 4 times a week. That's about it. And now he is reading, to the elementary school to give service, to still be of a service. How many years do you think your body can do the work that you're doing? And how many years are you going to force it to do that? And no matter what, are you ever going to give it a break? Like, no, I don't have enough money to live off of. Where's God? Where's God? Just want to point that out. At what point? I'm at an age. I'm at 42. I'll be 43 this year. That sounds about right. You say I'm having a midlife crisis. I just want to retire, get me an RV, and travel the land. I'm at the age for it. But in essence, that's just what I've done since I was young. I just want to travel. This time I want to be a little bit smarter. I want my own comfy house. I want to, I want my own little comfy couch and sit. I want to go mobile with this bitch. Now, you would say that, that fits the retirement plan for most people. But at the same time, you look at the times that we're living in, and everybody's being forced into some type of, I would say alternative ways of living. People are finding alternative ways of living already. So it's like, I was made for this shit. It was the right time for this shit, and this is the time. But I'm just saying, it's like, what does your future look like to you? Russ is 30. How long will you live, Russ? Till 60? And that goes back to, most of my rappers are already 40. You guys are all 40. Lewis is 40 years old. How much longer will he drive before he has made enough and he can go and enjoy? Now, if he stops at 45, that gives him how many years? How long will Lewis live? You say he's healthy, but accidents happen and everything else. He's done everything to extend his life as a healthy being, and his dog's pretty healthy. The dog dies too, Lewis. No matter what food you gave it, it's not going to outlive other dogs. We all die. All dogs go to heaven, is what I wanted to say in that moment. They're not dogs. That's a close friend. Roscoe is a close soulmate to you that couldn't be in a human form because you had no room for humans in this life. So he took a dog form so you could always be around with you. And that's a damn shame. If you would have had room for humans, he could have had a good friend. Instead, he had to come in as dog. But that's it. That's your dog. But he is going to have to leave. It's not that he has to leave you, but that form will give out on him. Same as my dog. She couldn't come back, and you know what I mean? My mom couldn't come back right away. She couldn't find a way to be in our lives, but in that form. So she took that form. And she knew I needed her. So, amen. Praise that. I just happen to know the soul that's inside of there. Does she play mom? No. Do I? Sorta. And if anything, if there was no way to know that it was, you could tell by her sweets. My dog is addicted to sweets. Addicted to sweets. You're like, oh, fuck, that is your mom, dude. Swear to God, bro. Swear to God. She'll steal your sweets, bro. Do you have a dog that eats sweets? I've seen cats eat hot Cheetos and weird shit. These pets, they're fucking amazing. That's why you can teach them to ride skateboard shit. That's why they're not pets. It depends on how you treat them. They're fucking souls, bro. It's amazing. It's like your horse. Is that your transportation? That's just your chariot? No, bro. That's my friend. That's my companion, dude. That's my soulmate, bro. That's my homie. It's not just a horse. I don't own a horse. Do you own a horse? I'm just saying. You should probably get one. They live a little bit longer than some of these other animals. A lot more to tend to. So yeah, we're just talking about past lives and stuff. I'm going to kind of cut this a little bit short because I'm running out of breath. But you were put here with a purpose. Your first thing is to clean up your karma. After you've done you've done your first task, then you're ready for real work. But the first job was always to go through karmic cleansing. I can read that in all these books. We had to come back and clean up our messes. Right? Which in essence is, our payback. How'd that feel? What did you learn from that? And what it is just the shoe is on the other foot, And that's what I tried to explain to Diana when she was all pity partying this girl. Like, first off, that kid is too smart. That is a whole earth angel, and they're going through some karma. We don't know what that person did in their last life and why they signed up for sexual child abuse. Didn't you? I did too. Are they going to make it through? Yup. People like us will rehabilitate them. She'll be alright. You can't stop God's plan. In the essence, you're like, yeah, you should report it. We did, guys. Everyone did. The police, everything. I haven't seen that girl since it happened, or the son. But all of these 4 weirdos are moving out together. Really? I haven't seen that girl since it happened. And I know they took the son away. I have not seen her. I think they took the girl away too. I haven't seen her in weeks. I haven't seen that little girl. Remember the little girl? Her mom broke her tablet and all that shit. Remember? Yup. She's missing. In the essence, we did. And that's what happens. You call someone and then they're gone. Is she safe? Who knows? She might be getting beat up by other fucking foster kids or some shit. They put the boy in a home. He had special needs. What's going to happen to him? He might get raped. How are we to play God, bro? We can't, really. We can't, really. How much can we really save them when we have nowhere to take them? No way to rehabilitate them. No way to stop them from wanting to run right back to it, whatever it is. I sit here with this heavy task on me, and I see the silo. It's like, do you feel the intensity of what we're here to do? Does it drain you? Do you feel hopeless sometimes? Do you really understand how important we are? That without us and our constant guided messages, that they'll never be free? We're free, bro. We're free. We're tasked to give this freedom to you, which is the freedom of the mind, the art of the detachment. And again, you can read the Bible front to back, front to back, front to back. It'll never teach you how to be free of the mind. You needed all the gods, bro. It's hidden in all this. A piece to every part of the puzzle was hidden. And that goes back to, the Jewish who hid the mysticism. They hid the pathways. That goes back to tarot. You couldn't have done it all without all of that. I was a devout Christian. I could tell you about that Bible from, the New Testament over and over and over. It was telling us how to overcome. It was telling us how to walk, but it never told us how to wake up. It never told us to question. It told us to follow authority and shit like that, and that's exactly how they made it. Now, in essence, yes, it's all good. It's not evil. But we needed the mixed teachings. We needed to understand God in all forms, how he came to everyone. I have questions for the Mormon Church. I don't believe that. I understand how God is about love. But I don't believe you're playing fair. I don't believe that message was given to you, that message of whatever you guys call it, where you have all these wives and shit. You're manipulating your power. As I say this, I see Zeus and I see all of them that had all of that. It's like you're taking that power and exhibiting it in a not one of the greatest godly ways. I'm sure there's a bunch of Mormon women that could come here and tell us that it's okay. Because they're made to believe it's okay. They were taught that this is okay. I don't think that's true. Why? Because deep down in all of us, we're possessive and jealous. And we don't want to share what's ours. They are taught to do it religiously, to give freely, to, They're taught it in a religious form where, you should share with your sister and this and that, and David Koresh and type shit like that. God wouldn't ask me to give myself to more than one man. He never did. He never did. I just want to point that out, so some of these religions, it's like he took a little bit too much with that. You had a little too much fun. And we can do that with governments and religions. But we can fix this. Forgive them. Hey, if I was writing the books, I would have had some fun with this too. But we're going to fix this now. Enough of that. No, it's tradition. Traditionally speaking, enough. And that goes back to, you know what I mean? Like, let the Catholic men be in love. Let them have love so they don't have to lust. God wanted them to be loved. He didn't want to deny, that. Why would he have given, he gave Christ a wife. And in essence, he persecuted me for not playing wifey. He didn't. Whatever. And when I say that, it's like, no, it was my own hell. I could have had it his way, and which would have been a better experience than trying to do it my way. Yeah, that worked out so well. I just want to tell you that. We're going to just kind of stop there. I can tell you over and over all my different lives. But the point of this is to help you understand that you've had other lives. And that this life is a combination of all those lives together, coming into one where you can be full again. You can finish this. By what? Living your life. You haven't been living it yet. You haven't started to live life yet. You've just been learning what everybody's been teaching you and doing what they say. You haven't broken free into what life really is. It's not about things and stuff and places. It's about being one with the actual existence. It's existing without reason, I suppose. Just being a life form. I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot more to it, and you haven't even tapped into the beginning of what it means to be alive. And that's that matrix. It's like your AI systems. I see you as like that movie Men in Black, where it's a body and then they break it open and there's a little alien in there. There's a big old soul inside of you that's really trying to take control, but it's having a hard time fighting your mind. It's your higher self that's really trying to guide you, and your higher self is connected to God, and it's trying to, it's trying to empower you with all of the wisdom of your past lives. It's trying to put itself into you, which is you. It's trying to, you be you, what you really are, and it needs your help. Like, none of this could have happened if I didn't do what it was a free will choice. Let's go back to Lisa. Wake up, and Lisa can hear that I need to do something. I can feel that I gotta do something. And it's really hard, and I'm crying and screaming, but I'm going with this feeling. I know I gotta do this. I'm listening to my higher self. And I'm fighting my lower self. I'm fighting my mind to do what's right according to my heart. That's the fight. Your higher self needs you to put up the fight. Otherwise, as we read in this book, it'll ring the bell for you and say, I can't get in. I can't control this body. That's what's happening. If you can't let your angelic self in to control this, you're going to die to this battle. Really? Yeah, it's a spiritual warfare that's happening right now. And it's not like you even have the mentality. You have to leave the consciousness of the mind to find peace in this world. It's not a disassociation with drugs, alcohol, sex, and material, stimulation. It means being fully present, but not destroyed by it. As I see this on top of here, there's the twin iron, full justice, the scales of justice. Blindfolded, of course. It's not by what you look like. They don't see you. They see your deeds. They don't see you. It's all based on your heart. What is hidden in your heart? And that's your heart. Have you let it be free? Or it hurts, and it's trapped by all kinds of secrets and all kinds of hurt and all kinds of hatred. Do you have a light heart? And that's what started my whole awakening. The story you'll hear is, I went to the hospital. I thought I was having a heart attack. It was a panic attack, but it was all in my heart. My first guided meditation, I opened my heart. I'm focusing on my heart, and I see the memory of Bobby, and that starts it. That was my first heartache. And then more come, and it just starts pouring out. And I pour out my heart, and that's what you hear all the time here. I'm pouring out my pain of my heart. But as I'm doing it, I'm healing it, and now my heart is free. Free to fly like a feather. Like my feathers. Did I get one today? Not yet. I haven't really been out too much today, just a couple things. Well, we went to McDonald's. Yeah, I'm just here to guide you. As far as who you are and stuff, yeah, I knew that. I don't know why I knew, but I was told, my spirit told me that Kevin Gates was a demigod. Didn't tell me who he was born from or nothing, just that he was a demigod. Which is what? Half mortal, half angel. Am I? No, I'm full divine. I wasn't made of the angels. I mean, I was made of what they were made of. But that's it. He is part human. But in the essence, it's like, that's not real. What are you talking about? The Watchers were the first to fall. And then it said that all of the demons and stuff like that, they're not demons, they're angels. They always slept with mankind. They would take form all the time. Supposedly, which he totally denies all allegations. Jada Pinkett Smith says she was sleeping with Tupac. He said he was not sleeping with that woman. I did not have sexual relations. But in the same token, he offered to artificially inseminate me. Really? I mean, it has to come from somewhere. It can either come through the man, and it's not like you have the holy seed. It's going to be placed upon you, bro. You don't have to worry about. I mean, you better not come with no fucking STDs and shit. That's not going to work. But in the essence, that's what it is. And that's why I didn't sleep with Bobby. It's like he told me he had a vasectomy. I don't care what you don't think is in your balls. God's going to put a baby in my body through you. That's his plan. I'm not dumb. I am not fucking dumb. I know how this works. He said if he doesn't do it, and that's why I told Pac, I'll find a man. I'll find a man. In the essence. I mean, but then afterwards I was like, well, we could do the artificial insemination. Will I be asleep? I don't have to see this. I just wake up pregnant. Oh, that's how it worked for Mary. Cool. No memory? All right. It sounds like the rest of my sex life. Could have been better. I'm just saying. Justice and all of that. Yeah, learn your angels. These are good ones to have. I told you. You can get these on Walmart.com. A lot cheaper than what I bought them for. Really? Mm-hmm. They teach you the ascension. I never read the beginning. I never do. I'm sure it's got lots to do with Gabriel and all of that. Oh, look. It is sometimes through great trauma and hardship that we learn our biggest life lessons, like Noah after the flood. This is why the rainbow is seen as a symbol of God's promise to us, that no matter how difficult things get, God will always bring salvation. The eternal divine will always save us. The angels tell me that it is this essentially means love will always save us. I do not believe that God is a deity outside of ourselves. Rather, it is the true beingness of who we are in our deepest, highest level. He encompasses everything outside of us, but he lives within us. You can't. He's in your heart. When God called to me, he wasn't outside. I heard it inside. I didn't hear Lilith. I didn't hear it outside my head. I heard it in my heart. The conversation I have with all of them is in my heart. There's no thoughts. I'll tell you what popped in my head. I tell you all the time. I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I just had a thought. None of that shit comes from there. It all comes from the heart. I speak from my heart. And it's just like, whoa. That was heartfelt or heartache. Like infinite divine, our consciousness is multidimensional and can extend far vaster reaches beyond our physical human bodies. A simple way of understanding this is to connect to your feelings and emotions. Have there ever been a time when you walked into a room and didn't like the energy because you had a feeling about it? This is your own gift of extrasensory perception communication with you. Yeah, they call it the clairsenses, which is clair visual. What is it? I don't remember them all. It doesn't really matter. There's a word for all this shit. So yeah, working with the heart angels, channeled messages from them. I mean, you know, let's see. You will experience us and feel our energy differently depending on the level of consciousness you are tuning in and how high your vibration is. Many believe we come from the 5th dimension and some say we come from the 7th, but we are present in every dimension of reality. We are properties of creation, the divine archetypes of building blocks, which are the universe, every molecule, blah, 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 how to use the oracles. Who really knows? I never used them. We just go one at a time. But it does start with Kobe Brain, the dark night of the soul. The ascension starts with the descent, guys. And again, they didn't tell you about any of this in the Bible. That means it's not true? That's not true. You can't say that anything outside of your book is not true. Because that would equally say that your book isn't true. Projector. Alright, so that's what I was teaching you, I guess. I could have gone real deep into that book and told you all these old stories. It comes with just the science of self-realization. Have you read this? No? Where are we on this one? The super consciousness. Oh Lord, we're not talking about that. I'm not going to talk to you about the pool of consciousness where we all have come from. Let's just talk about the fact that we're here. And you need to tap into why at 101:17. Hey, I love yous. Laters. I know there'll be another night reading, but just not right now. Laters, haters.